Welcome to Good Roaring. I am Rory. Fancy meeting you here. It's time for some more, NHL franchise mode with the Lethbridge Lumberjacks. I was going to say the Moncton Lions there, but that's last season. Here we are. Here we are. Got the Marlies jersey on today. Hold on. There you go. Good stuff. All right. It's time for the off season. Let's advance a day. Let's view who's retired. Oh gosh. Okay. So Marleau's still retired. Suter retired this time, which he didn't about, when did I start? 20 minutes ago. Ladd retired. Yes, that's true. Okposo. Franz Nielsen didn't retire before, but he did now. Cogliano didn't retire, but he did now. Frolik as well. Jack Johnson did before. Cody Franzen did. Roman Polak did. Jordy Ben did as well. So some of them are the same. Okay. Let's take a look at the goalies. There was only one goalie that retired. And it's not the same one. It was some random dude. Now it's Devin Dubnyk calls it a career at 37. 256 wins in 542 games. All right. But Marleau, impressive 1,850 games. Finished off with Boston, 1,218 points. Suter, like, almost half a point a game. Finished off with the New York Islanders. Andrew Ladd finished with Hamilton, but he was in the A. Okposo was with us, but we bought him out last season, so that's why he's a free agent. Franz Nielsen retires. Cogliano played over 1,000 games. So did Jack Johnson and Braden Coburn. All right. Well, let's see what new coaches and stuff we have, because before it was a little different. Okay, so Patrick Marleau and Ryan Suter are now coaches. I think Patrick Marleau was previous to this. All right, let's continue simming. Okay, I'm going to back out of it for a second. Because, I skipped right over it. My life. Okay. All right, hold on a sec. I don't get my draft interviews, but I have an idea of who I wanted to pick, I think. So let me go back in. All right, we're doing this live. Sim to 24. Let's see how things fell out in the top 5 there. Bedard goes to the Calgary Flames. Seattle takes Backer. Clappy goes to Minnesota. Fitzgerald goes to Buffalo. There you go. Replace Jack Eichel there. The funny thing is I don't think, because I started this franchise mode, I started it before the Jack Eichel trade, so the Jack Eichel is still technically a member of the Sabres, I think, in this, because the roster would have been from before then. Mel goes to the Hamilton Ogres. That is so apt. Pretty sure she's been a member of that team before in previous iterations of NHL that I've done on YouTube. So he's probably still there. So now our friend Fitzgerald there will be joining Jack Eichel. That's a combo. All right, let's call a timeout here, just so I got, I don't go over time when I'm trying to look this stuff up. All right, it was Pettinen that I was looking at, and I did interview him, so I have a better idea of what's going on. It was a right D. I don't know if they were rated with their I don't know if their potential was that great. It might have been like top 6, but I also didn't have a great idea. But that was the pick that I was looking at, so we're gonna go ahead and pick Pettinen. All right. Our next one is like 88, so it's way down there. Actually, let's take a look at our draft board and our projected picks. We already picked that one. 88, 93, 109. I want to make sure I get Petal, so let's take a look here. We got some time now. I think it was like 109-ish. I could be wrong. Somewhere around here. There we go. Okay. So 108. So we'll pin pedal. Was there anybody on the around 88 or something that I saw? What do we got? I remember looking at this haul and not being overly impressed. I have to find a player. And we lost our spot because of the pick went through. I looked at this haul. I wasn't overly impressed. I don't know what to do with this third round pick. Let's look at Peterson. Skating's not great. It says elite speed. That's confusing. Offensive instincts could be elite. I guess we'll maybe go with that. I don't know. It's at 88. Like, I'm not seeing any... Oh. Hello. Those, well, those aren't... 3 years away, though. 6'4" center. Could be a sniper. Versus a 6', 18-year-old. Says maybe elite speed, 4 years away. I think maybe we... Yeah. I mean, this... Richie looks a little better, but we don't know as much. This has potential, like a higher potential maybe and more years away. I'm almost tempted to like... This would be more of a gamble. And obviously the binoculars are pretty low. And it's a definite weakness. That's like a four binocular weakness. I think we go with Richie. That's looking like the best option around there. It's weird though, because like we have two binoculars elite low. And then we had top 6 forward at 2 binoculars. So it could be like up here but drop down there, or it could be down there and drop up here. So they might both be like top 6 low when it comes down to it. Like there's a lot of swing in 2 binoculars. But like the underlying stuff might be good, but it was all like 2 binoculars, 1 binoculars, you know. Not that I don't pick players that have character issues, but when it's like a pick'em like this, if the guy has guaranteed, if he's a guaranteed jerk, you know, do you want to bring that in? I think I'm gonna go towards Richie if I can. All right. I think I have another pick. I have 88 and like 92, something like that. So we probably need somebody else around this area. I looked at Hall like a number of times and not really impressed. Was it? Not bad. Not great, not bad. There's Petal. Kozlov. A+ strength. Or A+ strength of competition. Again, character issues. Alright, I'm just gonna go right up to our pick, and then we're gonna get something done here. Alright. Leafs are picking after us, and then Hamilton? This is a bit of a scattered draft, because I kind of flubbed the previous part of it. So let's go with Richie. I think we'll just take I think we have like a few picks down here. Yeah, we do. I think we'll just take Pedal with that pick. No. That's okay. Thank you, Montreal. Thank you for your time. I think I gotta take... I got 108 and 94. What was Pedal? Is he right on 108? I don't want to risk that, though. He is right on 108. Alright, let's see if we can... We'll just call a timeout quick here. We'll see if we can drop down to like 104 with our current pick. Alright, find me a trade. 107, 101. Which number is that? 3 from Buffalo, okay. 101. 121, no. 102 with Hamilton, okay. 102 with Hamilton, 98. I think we go with the one from Hamilton, probably. Yeah. Where are you, Hamilton? There we go. Except, I'm not going to trade... Alright, I'm going to take a 6th from next year. Alright, good. So we drop down, get a 6 for next year. That's alright. Hamilton gets the next 2 picks. Alright, let's get Pedal. So we get the player we want, we get a 6 for next year. Trade down, get assets, you know how it goes. Alright, 108. Did I see anybody in here that I recall? Alright, nothing stands out. Do we take a flyer on this Kozlov? No, character issues. Right, 3 years away, character issues. Top 40 low. I'm not, speaking of skating, not overly impressed with the skating on this guy. A-level competition. The potentials below that are not spectacular. Definitely not taking Hines there, because that looks kind of brutal with the lack size, much bulk up. What was the level of competition? C. Bottom 6. Ooh, what are you? Sniper A+ competition. Ooh, okay, we're going with that. That looked good. Potentially. I'm trying to think if there's anybody down here that I was looking at. Or we'll just look at potentials. Nothing stands out right away. All right, let's zoom back up to the top. Do it this way. No report. No report. Some report. C-level competition. Skating's not good, but there's some stuff in some other areas. Right, left defense. Played 20 minutes, was a -1. Age 20, 4 years away. If they were 18, I would be more inclined. Grinder. Never really liked grinders in this game, unfortunately. They never fit on lines. It's weird. Maybe the 4th line? Oh, here we go. Okay. A+ competition. Skating is atrocious. Maybe. Two-way forward. 19 years old. 5 years away. That's a project at 19. You know, the thing is like, with grinders, right? Unless it's like the 6th round or something, they, or at least in past years, maybe this year's different, in past years, it was never worth putting a grinder above the 3rd line. Never. Like, you always wanted playmaker, power forward, sniper. Always, always, always. So that was the golden triumvirate. I don't even want to call it, but that was the golden ticket, and it never included two-way forwards, and it never included grinders. And I can just go sign a 79, 80 guy for $1 million on free agency, and it satisfies the same thing, right? Like, the game doesn't reward you for grinders or enforcers at all, or at least it has in the past. All right, I'm running out of time for this pick. A plus. Ugh. Like, I wish it rewarded you for that, right? Like, but it doesn't. It just, at least in the past. This year they have all like the X factors and things like that that have really like changed up the way lines work. So I haven't got a handle on advantaging X factors on top of the golden rule of power forward, playmaker, sniper, and anybody on the third, anybody on that's below 2, right? You can usually sign or trade for, and it's not a problem. Because anybody that's below 2 and is worth anything, if you put them on the third or fourth line, then they're going to just be like pissy and want to get traded. Because I also play with morale, right? Because for me, if I play without morale, that means that I can stick Connor McDavid on the third line and he'll be like, this is great, which doesn't make sense to me. He's going to be pissed, which that to me is important, although it's irritating. So you end up saying, like, I don't need a guy that's really good to go on the fourth line, third line. I can get him in free agency. I can trade him for like a third round, fourth round pick, stuff like that. So it goes back to like what you're rewarded for. What you're rewarded for in this game is, or at least in past seasons, is drafting people that are top 2 lines and they become assets. And that's what the draft feels like, or has felt like in the past. The rest of it, you can fill it in, right? You can just trade for them, you can sign them, whatever you need to do. So that's why it becomes like a lotto with the draft, in saying I'm going to look for players of high quality that turn into assets that I can turn into players I need in trade or whatever, or trade for more picks, stuff like that. That's my take on how the NHL game works. Like, that's not how real life works. Real life, you want to be able to draft your team, build it from the bottom, train them, have them learn your systems, and be able to fill in your depth whenever you want, right? In this game, I can fill in my depth whenever I want, just by trading or signing people. So it's a weird reward system, but they've made it that way because they've reduced the point. Like, I have never seen a point in getting an enforcer ever in this game, ever. They kill your line chemistry. I've never seen plugging one in and being advantaged, and that's a game problem as far as I see. It's not a reality thing, right? It's sometimes you'll get a grinder that works well on the third, fourth line, sometimes. But most of the time, at least in the past, maybe not this year, but at least in the past, you're always advantaged by going with the golden rule. And sometimes on the bottom lines using two-way forwards. I don't know. It's the most realistic simulator for a GM I've seen, but it's unrealistic in some instances, if that makes sense. I think I just need to go with somebody. And if you guys see somebody that I go through and you're like, pick that guy, just let me know. I think despite the skating, I guess I'll go with this guy right here. All right, let's go to 160. Just down the road a little. What's Alsner? Lack size, reach, goal scoring. 19 years old. 5 years away. Project. There doesn't seem to be much else that's around here that's kind of, Although, hold on, what's that? Budnick, Thomas Budnick. That's a name. We're taking Thomas Budnick. The stats didn't look too bad. I mean, according to what I had, but hey, Tommy Budnick, going for it. All right, next pick. 7th D, A+, 6'1". Eh. Don't know anything about Christian Keefe. Ah. Ooh. That was not good. A+ competition skating is suspect. Hold on. Let's do it this way. Just a second. Just a second. Just a second. We're down low enough that I'm kind of, you know, whatever about the number, but we can. That's a later pick. We'll mark that for a second. Yeah, we're kind of, or at least the quality that we can see. I'm not going to say the overall quality, but the quality we can see is starting to drop off. Who are you? Oh, you were around there. Lack size, must bulk up. Character 18 years old. Sea level competition. 3 years away, maybe. All right, we'll take a flyer. Thomas Chaff. We're taking all the Thomases today. Shout out if your name is Thomas. All right. Let's go ahead and take that goalie that we were looking at. There we go. It's 240, but I'm just going for it so I don't forget. Plus like 6th round, not too worried. Alright. Alright. Actually, same deal. Let's do scout rank. Is it? Oh, is Lysel you're talking about? Who's this Mercer kid? Oh, character problems, right. People are avoiding him. Well, it's not 191 yet. A bit of a project, A+ competition, 5 years away. I'm willing to go with a project. Oh, Filian, okay, yeah. Glad to hear he's having a decent season, because, you know, hopefully he has a few decent seasons for us. I'm just saying is all. Let's go out and get ourselves another goalie, maybe? Just to, you know, stock the cupboard a little. Later rounds, goaltenders, you know. Oh, can I sort by... Oh, I might be able to sort by type. Potential? Goalies. What does, Schenkel look like here? Schenkel looks okay. Oh, character's problem. What about the other? Bjorkstrand? A+ competition? Project? What about, ranking? What do we got for ranking? Carter Bickle? That's a name. We got anybody else that's got, you know, any information? Nothing? That's cool. Alright. Alright, we'll go with Bjorkstrand. Again, project, but that's okay. Alright, there we go. We've made it out successfully. Pednin was our big pick. Richie and Pedal. Richie should be okay. Pedal we picked because thank you for the recommendation. Appreciate it. And, you know, we got Thomas Budnick too. A bunch of stuff. You know, I don't know if they'll all work out, but that's the draft. Thank you for joining me again for more NHL franchise mode in NHL 22 with the Lethbridge Lumberjacks.
Appreciate every minute you spend with me. Hit that like button. Please subscribe. I'll see you next time. Have yourself a good one.